3 minutes until boarding. That's the time you see on the departure board. You are sweating, you are barefoot, and a stranger in blue latex gloves is publicly patting down your inner thigh while 300 people watch in annoyed silence. Why? Because of your pants? I have seen grown men cry because they missed a connection to $1 million business meeting. I have seen families get split up, vacations ruined before they started, and arguments that led to lifetime bans. And 90% of the time, it wasn't because they were carrying a weapon. It wasn't because they were on a watch list. It was because they dressed for the runway instead of the runway. If you catch my drift, I'm Benny. I've been a flight attendant for 15 years. I have flown the globe more times than I can count. And I have crossed through that security checkpoint thousands of times. I know the TSA agents by name. I know the calibration of the machines, and I know exactly what triggers the anomaly alarm that ruins your day. Today, we are not talking about fashion tips. We are talking about survival. We are talking about the mechanics of how the government scans your body and why your clothing choices are flagging you as a threat. I'm going to break down the 10 worst things you can possibly wear to the airport. And I promise you, number 1 is something you probably have in your closet right now and think is perfectly safe. It's not. Let's get into the messy reality of airport security. You have to understand the psychology of the checkpoint. It is a theater of hostility. You are stressed. The agents are overworked, and the machines are sensitive to things you wouldn't believe. Let's start with a classic offender. Number 10. The too many pockets trap, specifically cargo pants. I know, you're traveling. You want convenience, you think. Benny, look at all this storage. I can put my passport here, my boarding pass there, my snacks, my headphones. Stop it. You are walking into a trap. Here is the secret the TSA won't tell you explicitly. The advanced imaging technology, those millimeter wave scanners you step inside of. The ones where you hold your hands up like you're being robbed. They don't just look for metal, they look for anomalies. They look for density. They look for things that deviate from the smooth contour of the human body. When you wear cargo pants, you have pockets on top of pockets. That is layers of fabric. That alone creates a density shadow on the screen. But the real killer is what you forget inside them. I once watched a guy, let's call him Tactical Tim. He had the cargo shorts, the tactical vest, the whole 9 yards. He sets off the machine. He swears he's empty. He goes back, checks again, comes through. Alarm, now he's getting the full pat down. The agent is digging into pocket number 7 on his lower left thigh. You know what he found? A balled-up gum wrapper from 3 years ago. To the machine, a dense ball of foil and paper looks exactly like an organic explosive or a drug packet. It lights up your thigh like a Christmas tree. Every single pocket you have is a liability. It is a black hole where forgotten receipts, coins, and trash go to trigger a manual search. Do you want a stranger's hands near your groin because you forgot a receipt for a Snickers bar? Wear pants with 2 pockets. Empty them completely. Don't be Tactical Tim. This brings me to something that seems innocent but causes more delays than almost anything else. Number 9. The maxi dress or skirt. Ladies, I get it. It's comfortable. It feels like wearing pajamas but looks chic. You're going to Hawaii, you want to get in the mood. But here's the cold hard truth. The scanner cannot see through layers of gathered fabric efficiently enough to clear you. When a scanner sees an undefined mass, like the billowing folds of a maxi dress around your legs, it cannot determine if that is just fabric or if you have strapped something to your calves. The machine is dumb. It operates on a binary, clear or unclear. If it's unclear, the protocol is mandatory physical resolution. That means a female agent has to come over. She has to explain the procedure. She has to run her hands up the inside of your legs until she hits resistance. It is invasive, it is slow, and if the dress is really voluminous, they might even take you to the private room. I had a passenger once, sweet lady, barely made the flight. She came onto the plane looking traumatized. She told me she wore a long, pleated skirt. The scanner flagged it as a groin and leg anomaly. Because of the pleats, she spent 20 minutes getting cleared while her husband stood there, holding the bags. If you want to breeze through, wear pants, leggings, jeans, slacks, anything that shows the silhouette of your legs, so the machine can see you are just a person, not a smuggler. Now, let's talk about your feet. Number 8. High-top sneakers or lace-up boots. This is a rookie mistake that screams, "I don't travel often." Even if you have TSA pre-check, this can bite you. But for the general lanes, this is a nightmare. It's simple math, laces take time. If you have boots that lace up to your calf, you are spending 2 minutes unlacing them, and 2 minutes relacing them. In the airport ecosystem, 4 minutes is an eternity. You are the bottleneck. You can feel the hate radiating from the people behind you. But there's a technical reason too. High-top sneakers, especially the chunky designer ones popular right now, often have thick soles and rigid structures. The X-ray operators hate them. They can't see through the density of the sole easily. They often have to run the shoes back through a second time, or worse, take them out and swab them for explosives. And if you think you're clever by leaving them loosely tied, think again. If you trip and fall while hopping on one foot trying to get your shoe back on, you're going to miss your flight in an ambulance. I've seen it happen. Wear slip-ins, loafers, slides with socks if you must, but leave the combat boots in your checked bag. Speaking of things that trigger the machine in weird ways, let's talk about your hair. Number 7. Bobby pins and complex updos. I know you want to look good when you land. Maybe you're meeting a boyfriend. Maybe you're an influencer, but if you have 50 bobby pins securing a complex bun on top of your head, you are going to get your head searched. The scanners are incredibly sensitive to metal, obviously, but even if you use plastic clips, if the hair is too dense, the scanner sees it as a head anomaly. It thinks you are hiding something in your hair. There is nothing quite as degrading as having an agent put on fresh gloves and start squeezing your bun like it's a ripe melon. They will mess up the hair you spent an hour doing. They have to, it's the rule. I remember a bride. She was flying to her destination wedding, wearing a bride hoodie, hair fully done up with pins and tiara, the works. She set off the metal detector. Then she set off the body scanner. They had to take every single pin out. She was crying, her hair was a disaster, and the makeup was running. It was a tragedy. Do your hair on the plane, or in the arrival bathroom. Go through security with your hair down, or in a simple, loose ponytail. Now, before we get to the really heavy hitters, I want to address something controversial. Number 6. Offensive or political clothing. But Benny, you say. I have freedom of speech, this is America. Listen to me closely. You have freedom of speech, but you do not have a constitutional right to fly on a private airline, and you definitely don't have the right to an easy time at a federal checkpoint. Transportation security officers are people. They have biases, they have bad days. If you walk up wearing a shirt with a slogan that says, "Does this bomb look big in this?" or something aggressive towards law enforcement, or highly polarizing political statements, you are unconsciously signaling that you are a difficult person. In the security world, we look for behavioral cues: aggression, defiance, non-compliance. An aggressive shirt suggests an aggressive passenger. You might get randomly selected for additional screening. Your bag might get checked a little more thoroughly. Is it fair? Maybe not. Is it reality? Absolutely. When you are at the airport, be a gray man. Blend in. Be boring. Don't be a walking billboard for your ideology unless you want to debate it with a guy holding a wand detector. Which brings me to a shiny, sparkly disaster. Number 5. Bedazzled or sequined clothing. This was huge a few years ago and it's coming back. You wear that sweater with the metallic threads, or the jeans with the rhinestone pockets. Here is the science. The millimeter wave scanner bounces waves off your skin. Metallic thread, sequins, and glitter. Paint reflect those waves differently. The machine interprets that reflection as a foreign object. I have seen the scanner screen. It looks like you have chicken pox. Every single sequin shows up as a potential threat. The agent looks at the screen, sees 50 yellow boxes on your torso size, and says, "Ma'am, I need to do a full torso pat-down. You cannot explain your way out of it." The machine flagged it, they have to clear it. Avoid metallic prints, avoid the bling jeans, stick to cotton, wool, standard denim. Save the sparkle for the club, not the checkpoint. We are halfway through. And if you are feeling a little stressed, just listening to this, imagine how you'll feel when you're actually there. And the line is stopped because someone didn't listen to this advice. If you want to know the secrets to getting upgrades, finding the best seats, and navigating the chaos of modern travel, you need to hit that subscribe button. I'm dropping industry secrets every week that the airlines would prefer. All right. Number 4. This one is for the guys, mostly, but ladies too. The complicated belt, you know the one. The belt with the cool, heavy metal buckle, the cowboy buckle, the belt with the hidden studs. If you are not pre-check, you have to take it off. That's time, but even if you are pre-check, a heavy metal buckle will set off the walk-through metal detector. Now you're that guy, the one backing up the line, undoing his belt, holding up his pants, walking back through. But here is the worst part, the belt that is too tight or hard to remove. I've seen people struggle with these complex ratchet belts or designer buckles that require a PhD to unlatch. The pressure is mounting, people are staring, and you're fumbling with your waistline. It's a bad look, my advice. Wear pants that fit without a belt, or wear a belt with a plastic buckle. They make them for hikers and travelers. They sail right through the detector. You never have to take them off. It's a game changer. Number 3, underwire bras. Okay, this is a tricky one because I'm not telling you to be uncomfortable. But we need to talk about the metal content. Some underwire bras have heavy-duty metal wires. If you go through the old-school metal detector, which is standard for pre-check, a heavy underwire can absolutely set it off. I've seen it happen 100 times. The wand comes out, and they have to wand your chest area. It is incredibly awkward for everyone involved. If you go through the body scanner, it's usually fine. But sometimes the wire can separate from the fabric, or sit weirdly, creating that anomaly again. If you can switch to a sports bra or a wireless bra for the flight, it's more comfortable for sitting in a pressurized metal tube for 5 hours anyway. Swelling happens at altitude. A tight underwire digging into your ribs at 35,000 feet is torture. Do yourself a favor. Go wireless for the travel day. Number 2, oversized hoodies and bulky sweaters. I see this constantly. You want to be cozy. You wear the giant, triplexal hoodie. The TSA agent looks at you and sees one thing: hiding spots. Please remove all bulky items. You hear them yell it. They will make you take that hoodie off. Now, what are you wearing underneath? A tank top? Nothing. I've seen people forced to strip down to a camisole in a freezing cold airport terminal because their hoodie was too thick. And if you refuse, or if you say, "It's just a shirt," they will pat you down. They have to verify that the bulk is just fabric and not a suicide vest. Layering is the key to travel, but smart layering. Wear a t-shirt, then a light cardigan or flannel. Something you can unzip or unbutton easily without pulling it over your head and messing up your hair or losing your glasses. Put the heavy coat in the bin. Don't dress like the Michelin Man and expect to walk right through. And now, we are at number 1, the absolute worst thing you can wear. The thing that causes the most lost items, the most theft, and the most heartbreak at the checkpoint. Number 1, excessive, stacked jewelry. I am talking about the arm party, 10 bracelets on one wrist, the 3-layered necklaces, the expensive watch, the rings on every finger. Here is the nightmare scenario. You walk up, you realize, oh no, I'm not pre-checked today, or this machine is sensitive. You have to take it all off. You are standing there frantically unclasping necklaces that are tangled. You are pulling off rings. You dump a handful of gold and silver into those dirty gray plastic bins. The bin goes into the machine, you walk through. You get flagged for something else. Maybe your cargo pants, you are distracted. Meanwhile, your bin comes out the other side. Who is standing there, strangers? Thieves. Or maybe the bin flips over on the rollers. It happens all the time. And your grandmother's ring falls into the machinery of the X-ray belt. I have spent hours helping passengers crawl on the floor looking for a diamond earring in the dust bunnies of JFK. I have seen people realize 3 hours into a flight that they left a $5,000 Rolex in the bin at Newark. Do not wear your jewelry through security. Pack it. Put it inside your carry-on, in a dedicated jewelry case, buried deep in your bag. Put it on after you get to the gate. If you must wear a wedding ring, keep it on. Usually, small gold rings don't trigger the alarm. But if you are draped in metal, you are asking for trouble. You are slowing down the line, and you are risking losing your most valuable possessions. So, what does the perfect airport outfit look like? It's the flight attendant off duty. Look, slip-on shoes or loafers, compression socks, trust me on. That comfortable, stretchy pants like jeans with stretch or nice joggers, no cargo pockets, a simple t-shirt. A zip-up light jacket or blazer. No belt if possible, minimal jewelry. You look clean, you look professional. You have zero metal, you have zero bulk. You walk up to the conveyor belt. You slide your bag on. You walk through the scanner, and you keep walking. You don't stop. You don't get touched. You don't panic. You are a ghost in the system. That is the goal. Flying is stressful enough, the airlines are shrinking the seats, the delays are inevitable, and the coffee is terrible. Don't make it harder on yourself by dressing for a battle you can't win. Think about your outfit for your next flight. Go look in your closet. If you see those cargo pants, do me a favor, burn them. Or at least leave them for the hiking trip. I'm Benny. Safe travels, keep your seatbelt fastened, and for the love of aviation, take the change out of your pockets. See you in the next one.